Al, it's not an idol / music show if you do not have the bonding sleepover type episode.
You're right.
And that's what we get here today on episode 23 of Jared Now Watch Love Live Nijigasaki High School Idol Club. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Ladium.
Hello.
You got most of it that time. Thanks, Discord. We're discussing season 2, episode number 10, entitled Kasumin Wanda Tour, where she's going to give us a big tour because she's the club president. She needs to reaffirm her status as club president.
Which we totally forgot.
That's true. It's a thing that's only in the anime, so.
Yeah. It's only in the anime. I didn't remember it at all, and I was like, wait a minute. Because when she went to you, I was like, oh, yeah, that's the club president. And then you was like, no. I'm like, wait a minute. Who's the club president?
Nope, it's Kasumi. But yeah, we begin this episode. The new members are introduced. That we get a little new member party where they get to celebrate them coming to the club and everything. Shiriko's like, here's my club. What are they called? The club
Application?
Club application form. Yes, thank you very much. And she gives it to, she tries to give it to Setsuna, and she's like, here you go, president. And Setsuna's like, whoa, it's on me.
Not
and
me.
she's like, okay, all right, here you. And you're like, whoa, it's on me. And then Kasumi's like, hey. It's, of course, the greatest, most cutest idol in the club. And Lanji's like, oh, me? Me? And he was like, no.
She was like, I cannot figure out who it would be then.
Oh, man.
Rip.
I do like your text to me about Shiriko that you said, and I quote, "It's always funny to me to think that this person who is so proper and strict is voiced by someone who tried to watch their iPhone in the shower." Which is, yes, the greatest dichotomy of knowing Moe P.
Isn't it great?
Yes.
Like, every time I think about that, I'm just like, this is the same person. And then I, like, think about it, like, would Shiriko take her phone into the shower to wash it?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think she would. I'm not sure who in the club would be the one that would do it, but it's definitely not Shiriko.
No, but yeah, that's always just fun.
I feel like maybe Lanju would be the closest one to
I
doing
could see that happening. She's definitely the airhead type.
Yeah, I could see that, but it's just
It's
so funny to me every time.
But yeah, they do all that, and then Kasumi's like, let's have a sleepover. Let's go to Shizuku's place.
It's big.
It's big. And she's like, yeah, cool. And Kanata's like, I love sleepovers. I'm into this idea.
Someone said sleep?
Thumbs up for me. They all gather, and Kasumi has this notebook that's like going to be her giant plan to make sure everyone knows that she's the club president. She gives everyone these little pamphlets of like, here's where we're going, here's all of our itinerary essentially, and everyone's like, whoa. And then they're all like, let's go shopping, and Kasumi's like, yeah, I will lead you all shopping. But they're like, oh, we're just gonna go shopping all by ourselves, whatever.
Yep.
And then also Rina gives Karin a little cat keychain. And she's like, here you go. You can have this for today. Karin's like, cool, thanks. And you were immediately like, that's a GPS tag, isn't it? And it's like, yep, that's definitely a GPS tag so Karin doesn't get lost.
I know what's up.
Very smart. So yeah, we get a little shopping montage where they're all just hanging out, doing their shopping. Ayumi's like, I found a hat. Yay.
Yay.
Kasumi is already mad because everything is not going exactly to plan as she wanted it to. And then they meet back up later on, and Karin and Mia are missing.
Yep.
They're at a baseball stadium. The noted Japanese baseball stadium named Baseball Stadium.
I mean, like I said, if you want to be clear on what you are, it's a good way to do it.
Mia is very excited because she's like, I love baseball. I love the New York Yankees.
She's like, you brought me to the best place.
And Karin's like, I don't get it. I'm very lost.
Literally.
Yes, literally. So Kasumi's like, I'm gonna go find her. They're probably at a burger place or in Chinatown. And then Rina's like, I know where she actually is. Emma made me make a GPS tag for her because we knew she would get lost, so we know exactly where she is and we can go find him. And then they go find
A
him.
little app with her face, like a little
Yes.
chibi version of her face.
It's very good.
It's really good.
Then they go do sports because, of course, team bonding means you got to play some sports. And then Kasumi's in her like gym clothes with a whistle. Not as the official, she says a whistle. And they play like fake volleyball without a net and everything. And Shizuku's like, I'm a volleyball ace. I am in this role. I can hit the ball back. I'm gonna do it. Smack right in the face. And Ai's is like, oh, nice receive.
Yep. Literally me.
Yes.
Every single time I play volleyball or make an attempt to play volleyball, that's what happens. Also, I've made this joke before, and I don't know if I've made this joke before with you, but it's also like a joke very grounded in truth. But every time I play a sport with the ball, I take that ball to the face. The only one that I haven't is like a bowling ball.
Well, I'd hope not. That would be very painful.
But like baseball, softball, basketball, volleyball, dodgeball, all those in the face every time. It's the worst, especially when you wear glasses.
Not a big ball sports person. Yes, that's true. So Ai gets ready to spike the ball, and she spikes it right into Kasumi's face.
Yep.
And then Longyu's like, I want to join. And then Kanta's like, I'm going to sleep on your lap. You're not joining anything. Longyu's like, ugh. And then they head over to Shizuku's place, where Ophelia shows up and is like, I'm a dog. I'm a dog. Hello. I'm a dog. And everyone's like, whoa, dog. But yeah, we see Shizuku's mom just hanging out. And then they get to do some food stuff.
I was asking you at this point. I'm like, what do her parents do?
I'm trying to find. I don't know if it tells us.
Because her mom's
They probably have told us, yes, but like I don't remember if this is on here anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know, but like her mom's dressed like traditionally.
Right.
And they have a giant house.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what the heck do you guys do?
Cool things. It made it seem like it was like an inn almost.
It did. That's why I was wondering. It's like,
but they didn't really go into it, so.
Did they run some kind of inn?
Yeah. I don't know. It's probably been addressed somewhere. I just don't know it off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Is the thing. But yeah, they get some food and everything, and then they have to get ready for Betty. Kanata's rolling around on the futons.
Roll.
Yeah.
She runs into Emma?
Yes. They have a little goofy thing. Before that, they also play some games, and Kasumi loses every single game and gets very mad.
Every single one. Jonga.
But yeah, Yu goes out to like outside and hangs out and thinking about making a new song, and IMU's like, hey, what's up? And Yu's like, hey, I'm making a new song. And they look at the moon and they say the moon's beautiful tonight. Which is just that line that everyone knows.
Yep.
But yeah, next day, they get up and they're like, all right, we're going out exploring this area. And also we're going to play this app, which is Nijigasaki Go, which is definitely not Pokemon Go. But it's just like the Niji kitties that they designed like last year for April Fools.
Yep.
And you have to go out into this area and find them. And the person who gets the most, or finds the most, gets a wish granted from everyone. Yay. Kasumi is very determined to win because she wants everyone to feel that she is the club president. I wants to be thrown in the air.
That's what I was going to say, is I wants to be thrown in the air.
It's like, what? What is the matter with you? Also, during this episode, we've seen Lanju look real sad, and then Shiriko's like, hey, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
And Lanju's like, I want a photo with everyone. Shiriko's like, what is wrong with you?
You could
You're
just
a goof. Just ask them. It'll be easy. Let's take a photo together. And then they find a kitty, and they're like, yeah, because they had been shut out of kitties so far. They were having trouble, and even when they recruited Kasumi, it was just like, no, we're not finding any kitties.
No kitties.
Meanwhile, Yu is dressed up just like Yu is always dressed up as just a dude bro. It's just like kitty, 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 kitty.
You pointed out, and I didn't notice it, but Yu is dressed up in like a sweatshirt and jeans, and everybody else is like,
I think it's a sweatshirt and sweats.
Oh, is it?
I don't know if it was jeans, but you may be right. But it definitely was just like, here's a giant sweatshirt and then just like comfy pants.
Everybody else is like dressed up super nice.
But that's you.
It's you. I love it. I think it's funny.
Yeah. So we get like a big montage of them just hanging out and going for the kitties and everything. And then we get the Shiriko Lonju scene and all that sort of stuff. And then they meet back up. Rina announces the results, and the winner is you, who got all 13 cats.
Never would have expected that.
Like, yeah. And she gets her wish granted of just being like, hey, do you want to do a new song? You guys want to write the lyrics for a new song?
Yep.
And they're like, yeah, sure, we can do that. That's cool. Thumbs up. And then we get like a montage of them back at Shizuku's place writing the song. Fireworks are happening, and also there's an acoustic version of Love You My Friends playing, which is real cool. Like, I like how they're implementing that song as well into the series, and just like it's a different version as well.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't expecting, because like, you know, usually when there's a new song put out, the Love Live YouTube's like, all right, here's 3 different versions of the song that we put out. Here's the advertisement. Here's the actual song. Here's what's going to be on the album for it. And there was like nothing today. So I was like, okay, well, makes sense. There's no new song because this is basically a team building episode. But we get this acoustic version of Love You My Friends, which has like not been put out at all. So hopefully we get to hear that, or they put that out at some point, which would be real fun because it was a neat version of it. And especially because it's also like the first 12-person version of Love You My Friends as well.
Yep.
But yeah, they do a lot of fireworks. They just hang out and just have a good time, grill some food and all that sort of stuff. And then, yeah, do all that stuff. And then they get the photo that Lonju wanted, the big group photo. Because she was very excited and she wanted her group photo.
They end up doing that in the club room.
Yes. Along with all their other group photos that they have. And then, yeah, that's how we basically end our episode. And then we get a post-credit scene of Kasumi like running through the halls, being like, oh my god, I can't believe it. What is it? Who knows? We'll find out next week.
I can't even tell anything from the preview. It's just like shots of the girls.
I'm curious if we're going to run into retirement soon.
Well, I was wondering that because there's a scene during the fireworks where Karine has the one firework and she looks like super sad.
Yeah.
And she says something about like, oh, it's already running out or something like that.
And especially, and like with the way the next episode is titled, "The Past, the Future, and Now."
Yeah.
Like it feels like they're kind of maybe hinting at that, but like who knows? Like the way the last couple episodes of this are going to be set up, like it's definitely going to be a mystery because I don't really know what direction they're going to go in.
I don't either.
Which is, I mean, that's intriguing. So
yeah,
it's interesting to see where they're exactly going to go. I think it would be interesting if they do like hint at like retirement and stuff like that, because like that's not really been a thing that's been brought up in All Stars or anything, and like we've seen that hinted at earlier in the season with the Shiriko episode. So like it'd be definitely a different like case of the retirement angle, because usually in the previous series of Love Live, it's been, hey, the third years are going to graduate. We need to win Love Live for them and all that sort of stuff. And then they graduate and everything's hunky-dory. But with this, like, considering, you know, Love Live isn't a factor, like, how does that differ in this case compared to those other cases?
They gauge their success on this.
Yeah. Interesting. But I guess we'll figure it out over the next couple of weeks to see exactly where they put this ship into harbor, as you know, the big saying. Anyways, let's talk about some trivia real quick for this episode, which we've already kind of talked about.
All right.
This marks the first animated appearance of Shizuku's mom and Ophelia, which I think the only time Ophelia was like shown was like in still images, not actually like animated.
Right.
Now she's like bark bark bark. And then
bork,
also
bork.
This shows a reference to the April Fool's 2021 joke for Nijigasaki being represented as cats as being shown through a game Rina made and showed to the other girls. That's all for now. There'll probably be some other stuff in here as well, like references, because they've been very reference heavy throughout this entire season. As I've shown you through like that one YouTube channel that like really highlights it.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I do want to say, like, we talked about this a little bit last week in terms of like this, or at least this series kind of referencing, or not referencing, but kind of being having like influenced by another series, but like this episode in particular very much just felt like a K-On! Episode in a way. Just
Super did.
with just the way, it really felt like a lot of like their team building episodes that they do where like they ingratiate the girls together, or like we need a new member and we gotta get them in with each other. And it's like the way those episodes feel was very much how this episode felt, which is good because like those episodes are usually really fun. They kind of break the mold from the way the traditions of the series usually are, and this episode really kind of does that as well. And it was also just a good way to get everyone together and get them like in different groups in a way that they really hadn't been throughout the series so far, and was also needed because if you're going to have all these new girls in the club, you can't just have them be by themselves and do their own thing. You got to have them interact with everyone else now.
Right, like Karine and Mia together was unexpected and fun.
Yeah, definitely. So that was fun. But yeah, next time we'll be discussing season 2, episode number 11, entitled "The Past, the Future, and Now." And I'm curious to see what that's going to be. Like we said earlier about, what it could be, but also like, what's the big thing that Kasumi's very concerned or worried about or just shocked about? Like, is that going to be like a bait and switch type of thing? Or is it like going to be something that we just don't see coming? Or is it something that we've known about in the peripheries and is now coming to light? Or like, what exactly is it going to be?
It's a good question.
I am very curious and I'm very eager to see, what the answer to that is going to be. But we'll have to find out next week.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. And you can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. So join us next week, and hopefully we get some answers to how they're going to start wrapping up this season.
Yes.